Hello, everybody. Another week. Okay, great news. No COVID individuals, which is fantastic. No colleagues isolating and no outbreak testing. Thank goodness for that. What a ridiculous waste of time that was. I'm sorry to say. But anyway, we live by the rules, but we don't necessarily have to think they're really great rules, especially around COVID. Okay, now on top of that, we have 8 nominees for the Lincolnshire Care Awards, which is really, really exciting. I've seen the film. I don't know if any of you guys have seen the film, but it's a really nice film, just highlighting these spectacular colleagues who work with the individuals and just just how motivated and enthusiastic they are. I think and capable, which is really, really great. This month, as an exclusive, we are giving a refer a friend. We will pay anybody who does so £400, subject to the usual conditions. £400 up from £300. We want a nice little boost on recruitment, which is looking very good. So that's all great. Okay, one of the big sort of underlying things that we do need to spend more time on, particularly for those individuals, the families of those individuals who've come into home from home care, is the change in culture and ways of doing things between children's services and adult services. And the reality is that we are absolutely governed by MCA, the Mental Capacity Act. And that really says that from 18 years onwards, your loved one, your son, your daughter, they cannot be, they cannot be supported or presumptions made in the way in which they were made until the age of 18. At the age of 18, we have to respect all of that. And that very much has shaped our services over the years. So I know that is a really big cultural change. And I know that can be quite challenging, but we're not a children's service and we're not regulated, nor are the expectations the same. But as an adult service, we absolutely aim to create an environment and deliver care and support in a way that is pretty second to none. And it's a very open and transparent process. We don't always get everything right, but that's the nature of everything in life. But we're very transparent and open about it. We will share all of those things. We will tell you and explain why there are things we can't do in the way which you feel is very important, should be done, because that's the way it was always done up until the age of 18. And we don't use that as a cop out. And that's really key. We do not use the fact that over 18, that we have to treat each individual as an individual. We don't use that as a cop out for not doing things, but it can be frustrating to a family. Totally understand that. We went through that many years ago when Laura went from being a child to being an adult, and she started to make choices about what she wanted to wear, about the things she wanted to do. And they were not on our expectation. But in the end, we have to accept that our sons and daughters are individuals, but they are protected by legislation, the MCA, and so on. So, and actually in giving them a freedom, but a managed freedom and a supported freedom to make those choices, they're actually able to express themselves in the way that we all wanted to express ourselves. And just because our sons and daughters have a disability, it does not mean that they do not benefit from that same sort of freedom of making choices and feeling at some level that they are making those choices and empowering themselves in their lives. We see them as individuals, our sons, daughters, who actually need us to sort of control and manage what's happening around them. It's our natural instincts. Whereas, the fact that that's not what our role is as they sort of now have moved into adulthood. And I believe that home from home care, I think we do this really well. As I say, don't always get it right, but we do. Absolutely. We're open to discuss all of that. And in any situation, whatever it is, communication is absolutely key. So, always pick up a phone or send an email or whatever, and we will endeavor to resolve any issues that are playing on your mind. On that happy note, I would like to wish you a fantastic weekend and a really great weekend. Catch up with you next week. All the very best.